Today I'm picking up a rotisserie chicken from the store, and dinner is going to be chicken enchiladas stacked. This is going to be good. So I'm going to start with a 5-ounce bag of chile cascabel or chile guajillo. This bag said cascabel, but they're chile guajillos. And I'm going to remove the stems and the seeds from each dried chili pod. And I'm going to clean them well. I'm going to place all of them in the pot that I'm going to boil them in. And once each one of them are clean, I like to remove the veins and the seeds. The seeds will make it spicy, so be mindful of that. So into the pot they go. And I'm going to take them over to the sink and rinse them well. Sometimes the chiles come with debris and dirt. Once they're rinsed, I'm going to fill the pot with water. Today, I am visiting my sister. We had a family emergency, so I'm going to be working in her kitchen for a couple of videos. So things are going to be all over the place. So onto the stove, I'm going to crank up the heat. And once my chiles come up to a boil, I'm going to remove from the heat and let them steep for about 15 to 20 minutes until they are soft and pliable. In the meantime, I am going to shred all of my rotisserie chicken. I have clean hands, and I'm just going to start removing all the skin and bones and shred the meat. This is pretty easy, picking up a rotisserie chicken from the grocery store. I love it when a meal becomes easy. I'm going to season to taste with garlic salt, smoked paprika. I'm also going to add some granulated onion powder and some ground cumin. The amounts are up to you, maybe a 1/4 teaspoon of each, and work your way up from there. Now I'm going to give it a good mix, and my shredded cooked chicken is ready. For the type of cheese, I'm using some shredded Oaxaca cheese I purchased from the store, along with some cotija. You could use mozzarella if you have that, it all works. So my chili pods are soaked and softened. So now I'm going to puree them to make the enchilada sauce. So here in my blender cup, I'm going to add all the chilies with 2 cloves of garlic and a small piece of onion that I cut into chunks. I'm going to add that to the blender cup and add some of the soaking liquid. I like to taste it for bitterness. This was not bitter, so about a cup goes in. And I'm going to add some ground cumin, maybe a 1/2 teaspoon, and a tablespoon of chicken bouillon powder into the blender cup. And of course, a lot of these ratios are to your taste and preferences. I'm going to give that a mix and let it puree. And it looks pretty thick, so I am going to add another 1/2 cup to a full cup of liquid. Once this is pureed, you can definitely strain it, but this Vitamix does a great job. So into a preheated pan with oil, I'm going to pour in all of the blended chilies. And I might add just a little bit of liquid into the blender cup. I'm going to add salt to taste. I suggest you do the same and let it cook and simmer for about 10 minutes over a low heat. Here I'm adding some more liquid to the blender cup and adding the residual chili that was left in the blender. After 10 minutes of simmer time, it's done. So here I have my cold corn tortillas. My enchilada sauce has simmered for about 10 minutes. I seasoned it with salt and everything to taste. I suggest you do the same. And this is going on a preheated griddle, just like that. I have it at a low heat because I don't want to splatter it, but if you need to turn it up, go for it because we're going to cook it on both sides. I'm going to turn it up just a little to get going here. I'm going to let it cook. And since I'm not in my kitchen, I'm a little bit all over the place, but you'll want to give it a flip. Let it kind of sizzle and cook on one side. And I'm going to repeat the process for 3, and I'll show you how I put it together. There we go. Okay, give it another flip. Like I said, I'm not in my normal kitchen, so I have to get used to an electrical stovetop, but I'm going to repeat the process for my other corn tortillas. Give it a dunk. And right onto my griddle. There we go. So what I'm going to do with the one that's cooked already on the plate is going to add my cheese, just like this. And use mozzarella cheese. Use what you can find in your grocery store. Here's my seasoned chicken. And I'm going to do this one more time. I'm going to stack a tortilla, fill it, another stack. Okay, this one's ready and it's going right on top. Okay. And then the last one. There we go. I'm going to try to make sure I get some of that oil. Now I'm going to get my cheese again right over this layer. It's going to be so good. And then get some of your chicken. Just like that. Okay, one more layer. Give this a flip. If you really want this to get some charring, you can add a little more oil, crank up the heat, but I'm really not trying to make a mess. But this is doing good. Right on top. So what I like to do is get this entire thing and put it right back on my griddle. And then I like to let the cheese get melty. Okay, so now take this whole thing, put it right on your plate. Oh my gosh, and I'm getting all that cheese that's here. There we go. I'm gonna go with cotija cheese right on top. Some thinly sliced onion, or don't if you don't like onion. Here I have some fresh cilantro going right on top. And now with some crema. And these are quick stacked enchiladas. You can make these with just cheese and onion. They're so good. I hope you give this recipe a try. I hope you like it, and thanks for watching.